video, we'll be looking at the chord progressions found in the second video from the Festival de Budú titled Carrete de Santiago. So without further ado, let's get it started. Okay guys, so before we get into this video, for the basics of this video, we're going to need your guitar in standard E tuning, and you will not need a capo. Now, for those of you guys that don't know what the Festival de Budú is, check out my first video up here where I go into detail about what it is. Basically, it's, promotional campaign signed by Pepsi and Rafael Budú to promote 7 promotional campaigns of him playing the guitar in different parts of Santiago, Chile. Anyway, without wasting any more time, let's get into the video. Alright, so for the first progression we're going to get into, we're going to start on a E minor, then a D chord, then a C, back to D, and then B7. Now for our strumming pattern, it's going to differ a bit. So for the E minor, we're going to be strumming it for a down, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then we're going to strum it for a down, up, down, up. And then for the D chord, we're going to be strumming that for a down, up, down, up. So basically the E minor and D are both sharing a strumming pattern, which in full it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Then C chord, we'll be strumming it for same thing for the E minor, the down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Then back to the D, we're going to be strumming that for a down, up, down, up. Then B7, we'll be strumming that for a down, up, down, up. Then we'll repeat through that same thing again, except when we get to the C chord, we're just going to be strumming it. Same thing for the D, and then we're going to strum the D again. Then open strings. B7, we're going to be strumming that for a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 down. Then you're going to hit the open strings again and then end on E minor. And so all together, the first progression will sound like this. Next progression we get into, there is another part where he does play, but it's the same progression except shortened a bit. So we play the E minor for the down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Then D for down, up, down, up. And then C chord, we'll be strumming it for one time. So is the D. Then instead of strumming the D once, we're going to be going right to the B7. We're going to be strumming that for a down, up, down, up. Then end on E minor. So there's nothing really new to learn there except the chord progression is shortened. Anyway, next progression we get into, we're going to go all the way to the 12th fret low E string right here. Double dots are right here. 12th fret low E. And what we do is we're going to be first sliding from the 12th fret down to, I'd say, the open position of the low E. So something like that. Just sliding from the 12th fret all the way down to the open position. Then we're going to be going to the E minor. We're going to be strumming that once. Then we're going to hit the open strings. Now you can hit all the strings if you want. I'm going to prefer to do that too. So we'll be strumming the E minor, then open strings. Then we're going to be strumming the E minor back to the E minor. We'll be strumming it for a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. We'll be playing that again, but for the last down, up, we're going to be on the D chord. So it's going to be just down, up on the D. Then we repeat the same thing again, except we're going to be playing the E minor for the down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Then we're going to go to a D chord and we're strumming that for a down, up, down, up. Then F sharp. Then we're going to go into an F sharp minor and we're strumming that for a down, up, down, up. And also, if you want to, he does also some staccato as well on the E minor and the F sharp minor, not the D chord. But you don't really have to do that. You can just, strum the E minor, the D, and the F sharp minor just regularly. So with all that put together, the second progression will sound like this. Then the next part he plays that exact same progression like at the beginning of the video, the E minor, D, C, D, and B7. Except when we get to the B7, we're going to be strumming that for just a down, up, down, up, down, 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 down. And that's all. Basically just plays the exact same thing, just like at the beginning of the video. Then we get into the next chord progression, and for this now, we're going to be going on an E minor chord, and we're going to be strumming that for a down, up, down, up. Then we're going to just lightly rest on the strings. We'll be doing that for a down, up, down, up. And then we play it again for a full strumming pattern, where then we go into our next progression. So we will start on an E minor, then A minor, then D chord, then B7. We're going to be using a simple strumming pattern. It's just a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. We're going to be doing that for the E minor for a full strumming pattern, A minor for a full strumming pattern, then D chord, we'll be strumming it for one half of the strumming pattern. Then B7, we'll be strumming it for the other half of the strumming pattern. Then we're going to be going to this part where he goes E minor. We're going to be playing that E minor for a down, up, palm mute. And then we're going to be doing that for the rest of the down, up, down, up, down, up strumming pattern. We repeat that for 2 more times. Then we'll be doing that progression where we go to the E minor for one full strumming pattern, A minor for one full strumming pattern, D and B7 both share the strumming pattern. We repeat that same thing for another time. Then for the third time, we're going to be playing the same way we play it, but this is where it differs a bit. So we'll be doing the E minor and then palm mute, same thing we've been doing. But then for the third time we play, we'll be doing it for a down, up, and then palm mute, and then down, up. Then we're going to be strumming the E minor for 4 down strums. Then we go to the A minor for one full strumming pattern. Then D chord for one half strumming pattern. And instead of going to the B7, we're going to be strumming an F sharp minor. And we're going to be doing that for a down, up, down, up. And then for one full strumming pattern, and then 2 down strums on the F sharp minor, and then we end it all on an E minor. So altogether, the third progression will go something like this. By the way, I forgot to mention, for the E minor, after we do the 4 down strums, we're going to be strumming it for a up, down, up strumming pattern. And then we go to the A minor, the D, then the F sharp minor, and then end on the E minor. And that ends the third video there. Alright guys, so now I'm going to be going through all the chord progressions in their entirety, and I'm going to try to be singing these chord progressions too. Although I might not be right in time where I'm going to be singing them, it's okay, I can at least try my best to do it. And by the way, I won't be repeating one of the chord progressions because it's literally repeated through again, which there's really nothing new to learn. It's just that, you know, we have to go through the whole thing again. But anyway, I'm going to be playing through the chord progressions in their entirety, so feel free to play this back as many times as you want to practice play along. So there you go. Santiago, ahorita todo verde a la bella playa. Tenemos un río tan hermoso, mi cruz inanugable. No me da mucho acá, por eso Santiago de Dios después. Gracias. Well, everybody, that will end the video right here. Remember, if you want to check out a video from my YouTube channel where I do song covers, click right here. If you want to view the full playlist of the Festival de Budú, click here. If you want to subscribe to my channel, click up top. Click here, here, or up there. Done already?